If you've been excited for skinny jeans to make a comeback, well, I have a wonderful alternative for you. I think the slim straight is the new skinny, and I have 15 pairs of jeans to prove it to you. Let's begin. And I'm not styling all these jeans, it's just simply a try-on haul. However, they're each gonna go through a boot test because I know we all love to wear our skinny jeans with boots. For the sake of keeping continuity in this try-on haul, every pair of jeans is a size 28. I'm keeping the same t-shirt on, and if you missed one of my recent videos, I did a full t-shirt try-on haul to find the best basic tee out there. Make sure you check that video out after this one. Starting off with this first pair, these are the perfect vintage jean from Madewell. This is my first time trying Madewell jeans. So far, I'm very impressed. I really love the rise of them. It's hitting me just past my belly button, and that's where I prefer to have my jeans fit me. The rise is definitely on the higher side. I'd say the fit is beautiful. I'd say it's very true to size. I think it gives just enough stretchiness. It is a 2% spandex. You can see that they're not skin tight. They have a little bit of give, and this is what I'm loving about the slim straight jean that we're seeing right now. It's still very body hugging, but it just gives a little more of a modern chic edge to it than those clingy jegging type of skinny jeans. As far as the length, it is hitting me just above my ankle bone, and I'm 5'7" for reference. All my measurements are in the description box below if you want to compare sizes, and they're honest measurements. The wash is a beautiful dark indigo, and I think it really elevates the look of the jeans. Let's do a booty test. I'm thinking, looks pretty good. I think the pockets are a great size. They're very flattering on the booty. And my husband's giving me a thumbs up. Right, honey? Yeah. Here they are with knee-high boots, and I am loving how this looks. They don't look skin tight. They have just enough give. They are fitting great into these pair of boots. Obviously, you have to go for a wider shaft boot in order to get your jeans into it. They look great on the knees. They're not bunching around. I'm really loving how these look. I think we're off to a good start with these Madewell jeans. Next up are the Slim Straight from H&M. These are a little more rigid. They only have 1% spandex. The rise is hitting me pretty much in the same spot as the Madewell, just above my belly button, but I can tell that these are way tighter. I'd say they're still a 28, still true to size, but just the fit is a lot tighter. I think for that reason they are far more impressive on the booty, and I like them a little more, but they are feeling a little more like a skinny jean than they are as a slim straight. However, you can see down here there's room to spare on this lower half of the leg versus a skinny, which would be skin tight all the way down. So I guess that's kind of where they're calling it a slim straight. But from here to here, it is really fitted. I'm also not crazy about this feathering detail here. It is not a look. I think it just cheapens the look of the jeans. If these came in another wash, I would definitely prefer that over this. And I'm liking the length that is hitting me just past my ankle bone. Here they are with the boots. They are definitely tighter. They feel tighter when I sit down to put the boots on. Definitely more of a snug fit on these. I think they look really nice with the boots as well. You always have to be cautious of the gathering at the knees, but I think this looks pretty good. But again, these fit more like closer to a skinny than they do to a slim straight. Also not bad in my opinion. Here are the Slim from J. Crew. This is a 2% spandex, and I can feel it. They feel almost more stretchier than the Madewell. The rise is a little lower than the others. It's hitting me just below my belly button. Now where this rise fits you is going to vary, of course, on your body type, whether you have a longer or shorter torso. So something that fits me at my belly button might fit you higher or lower. It's always best to take your own measurements and compare them to what I'm showing you so you can determine which rise you prefer the most. Same thing with the inseam. Just knowing your measurements will help you find the right jean. Speaking of inseam, these are hitting me just at my ankle bone. Wash is a gorgeous dark denim, really elevated, but I would say that I'm not crazy about the fit. I think I have a lot of room to spare here in my waistband. It's not overly loose, but I can feel that there is a lot of give here, and I don't know if it's necessarily the spandex. Very much like skinny jeans, I remember back in the day having to always hike them up from the belt loops because I always felt them pulling down on me, and I'm getting that sensation from these. Overall for a 28, I think these are on the roomier side. Here they are with the boots. I would say they fit just fine. Overall, I think these are more of an in-between size. I could probably get away with wearing a 27 because I'm feeling like they maybe run just a little on the large side. Due to the rise, these are not my favorite, but they might work out for you. So it'll be linked below along with all the other denim I'm trying on today. Next up are the 90 Slim from Express. They don't have waist sizes, they have numbers, so this is a size 6R. And the label says it's a Hyper Sculpt Hyper Stretch. It is a blend of cotton, polyester, and rayon and 2% spandex. They're super high, they're hitting me just above my belly button at my natural waist, and that is where I prefer my jeans to be, so there's a big check on that one. I like the way they look on the booty, the nice big pockets, and the way they're oriented I think is quite flattering. Overall, it has a really good fit to it. I'd say it's very true to size. It is not overly tight like the H&Ms were, and it's not overly loose like the J. Crew were. So it's just right there in the middle, and it feels really good. This is a nice medium wash, very little feathering here, almost unnoticeable. In a way, it's feeling a little more like a straight jean than a slim. It is kind of leaning a little on the slim side, but you can see the opening here at the bottom. It's a little larger than the others, so it might have a little trouble getting into the boot. Let's see how they turn out. The length of them, it's hitting me past my ankle bone. All right, I am actually loving how they look with jeans because this is the modern look of boots and jeans that I love to go for. I did opt for a wider shaft boot. These are from Reformation. I'm not sure they have them anymore. There is a lot of give here because the pants do have a lot of volume at the bottom. For a slim straight, I figured these would fit better as opposed to a tighter fitting boot that's going to bunch up inside. Definitely opt for a wider shaft boot if you're going to go for these, but I'm really loving how these look. I love Express, but I haven't shopped there in quite a while, and I wasn't having high expectations, but I'm really impressed with these. All right, all you mid-rise loving ladies out there, these are the Skyscraper mid-rise from Express, and they're hitting me below my belly button. This is where my belly button is, so they're definitely a mid-rise, at least on me anyway. For me, I don't like it. I feel like it cuts my body in half, and it definitely shortens the length of my legs. These are on the longer side, and I could probably get away with wearing a nice heel on them to give myself some more height. And as you can see, these have a little slit here inside, which I didn't notice at the store, but I think it's a cute little touch. They do feel like a skinny on top and basically a straight on the bottom. These have the same composition as the one before them with 2% spandex. Booty-wise, I think they're okay. The pockets are nice. I like big pockets, and I like them rather close together like that. I think it accentuates the booty, but I'm feeling like it's emphasizing my tummy, and I'm not liking how that feels. They feel stretchier than the others, even though the composition is the same. And I like this wash though. It's a nice medium wash, great for spring. Normally I would not pair skinny jeans with a high heel because it's going from skinny to tight and it just doesn't work that well. But since this has a little flare at the bottom, it kind of works, but they're still not my favorite. Let me try them with a pair of boots. All right, with a wide shaft boot, it actually doesn't create a lot of bulk down there in the bottom and it fits fine. However, they just look way too much like a skinny jean. These are not my cup of tea. Next up, we have the Everlane Way High Slim. Now these are hitting me at my natural waist, so they're a really nice high rise. I'd say the fit is very true to size. They have 2% elastane, but they don't feel overly stretchy. They have a really good fit through the hip and thigh, and then they come out just a little bit here at the ankle. Booty-wise, I think they look pretty good. I like the pockets, and I like the pocket positioning. I feel like it is a good structured jean that it's holding me in place but not in a very, very tight way. I got the inseam short by accident, but I think it's a happy mistake because I like where it's actually hitting me at my ankle. And this is always a great length if you want to pair these jeans with flats. The wash is medium and I really like how clean they look. It's great for the spring and summer season. I really think these are beautifully constructed. I think it's possibly a new front runner so far, but let's give it the boot test. Loving how these look with the knee-high boots. I love how it is fitted through the hip and thigh area, but it just has just a little bit of give that doesn't make them look overly tight like leggings or jeggings, I should say. And at the knee, it is fitting really beautifully, and there's not too much bulk on the lower half that you could fit it into boots like this. These aren't terribly wide in the shaft, but I was able to slip the jeans into the boots with no problem. And yeah, I'm really loving how these look. I think they're so far a new front runner. Next up, these are also from Everlane. These are the original Cheeky jean. As far as the fit, they're also true to size, and I would say that they have just a little more give through the thigh area than the Highway Slim that I just showed you. And for that reason, I like them a little more because I like to have a little tiny bit of room in the thigh area. I find that when it is not skin tight on you, it actually is more flattering and actually makes you look a little thinner than when it's super skin tight on you. As far as the rise, I also like the rise. I think the other ones are a teensy bit higher than this one. This is hitting me at my belly button. I feel like the other ones were hitting me just above. And the inseam is relatively the same. This one is called the 28.5 inseam, but I think it's pretty much hitting me exactly where the short ones did. I think these are called Cheeky because I think they have a little more room in the tush area, and I do seem to feel like I have some extra space back here. Like, I don't find them to be as flattering as maybe some of the other jeans that I have tried on, but they look fine. I like the pocket positioning, and I think they just allows for a little more room in the tush area. I love this wash. It's a nice dark wash, but it's not that indigo deep dark wash. It has a beautiful look to it. Slight bit of feathering here in the crotch area, but nothing too significant. Nothing like those H&M jeans that was a little too obvious and too severe. The leg opening is quite small, but not like a skinny leg. Boots are on, and I'd say it passes the test. I'm pretty sure probably all of these will pass the test. I think they look really great. I do wish they were a little more snug in the tush area and fit me a little better in that area, but I think they're definitely worth a try. I think Everlane is doing a great job with their denim. Next up, we have the high-rise Rider Skimp jeans from Mother, and these are a 2.5% elastane, making them the stretchiest of all of them we have seen so far. The rise is hitting me at my natural waist, so I love that. The fit is looking great through the leg area, but I would say at my waist I do have a little give here in the back side, so that is just feeling a little too loose. I mean, not terribly loose, just loose enough. It has some give back there for sure. Yeah, I think it's doing okay in the booty. And I love how they also have a little give here. They're not skin tight. It's kind of hard to see since they are black. The leg opening down here is pretty good. It's very slim, straight fitting, and they are quite long. I do have to say they are quite thin. They almost feel more like a jegging than they do an actual denim. Since they're long, I'll try them with heels and with boots. We'll see how they look. Here they are with a heel. I would have to say they're not my favorite type of silhouette to wear with a heel. I would say the other ones were an exception because they had a slit and giving a little more volume down there, but this slim, straight silhouette into a stiletto heel, just not really feeling it. It's a little too tight on tight. Just like every other one, they are passing the boot test, but I'm not quite sure about these jeans overall. Reason being that they're too thin, that they are gaping in the back a little, and they just feel overly stretchy. We're about halfway through this video, and I hope you're enjoying this denim try-on so far. If you are, take a quick second and give this video a big thumbs up, and consider subscribing. If you're new here, my name is Maria, and we're all about chic, sophisticated, and feminine fashion for the women over 40, so I hope you can join us. All right, this wouldn't be a denim try-on video if I didn't include Levi's, and these are the high-rise straight jean from Levi's, the 724s. The rise hits me just at my belly button, so they're not super high, and I think it fits beautifully through the legs, but again, I'm feeling like it's gaping back here just a little bit. It's a 2% elastane. They feel pretty stretchy, maybe ever so slightly more stretchier than some of the other 2% jeans I've shown you. I'd say the pocket placement is pretty good, and the booty looks really good as well. It is rather narrow down here, not overly narrow like a skinny, but also a little less than a straight. And the length is past my ankle bone, almost hitting me at the top of my foot. I am loving this wash, but you can see there is a little bit of feathering here in the crotch area, but it's not bothering me all that much. Looking great with the boots. I would say these are really good looking jeans, with the exception of the feathering here, which isn't terrible, but they are also gaping back here. So I would say if you are in between sizes and you need a little more room in the tummy area, then probably these would work out quite well for you. All right, who snuck some skinny jeans into this video? These are the Levi's 501 Skinny, and they just seem like a classic pair of skinny jeans with probably a little bit of a modern twist. Let's see how these differentiate from the slim straights that we've been seeing. If you can't tell, they're very skin tight all the way down. They have much less of an opening down here. In fact, this is probably giving a little more room than the classic skinnies from a decade ago, where I remember they were so skin tight, it was almost hard to get your foot into them. Let me know if you remember that. The rise, I think, is a lot better on these than what I used to remember. They are finishing at my belly button. And these have a button fly, which with nails like these, it's pretty impossible to button yourself, but I managed to get it done. And these are 1% spandex. They're definitely really, really tight. And I had to actually do some bending exercises to kind of stretch them out a little bit so that I can get them on, because they were fitting really, really tight through this area. But I think they're true to size. Booty, they're definitely rounding out the booty, so I'd say they're looking really good there, and the pocket placement is looking great as well. These really aren't that bad. Ending at my ankle, the wash is really good. All right, skinnies and Western boots. That was a look back in the day, right? So I had to pay some homage to it. They do pass the boot test, of course. I'm not really hating this as much as I thought I would. They're definitely a good option to wear with boots. I'm not quite sure I'd wear them on their own, but you know me, I say never when it comes to fashion. It's always fun to explore. It's always fun to try things on. And I think it's always smart, chic, and sophisticated to incorporate new trends into your outfits to keep you looking fresh and modern. Yes, many of us YouTube fashion creators call the skinny jean outdated, but it is on its comeback. Like it or not, it's coming back, but hopefully it seems to be coming back in a new, fresh, modern way. I'm glad I threw these into the mix because it's kind of opening my eyes up to allowing a skinny jean back into rotation, possibly, although I do love these slim straights as well. Next up is the mid-rise slim straight from AG. They definitely are mid-rise. My belly button is right here, so they're falling underneath it. They are super stretchy with a 2% elastane. They fit great on the waist all around, pretty much, yeah, all around. Not as much, or not really any gaping in comparison to those previous ones. I have to say the pockets are super tiny. Like that's how far my hand goes into the pocket. So that's not a deep pocket at all. Not that you're gonna be stuffing things into these pockets anyway. They feel very, very skinny-ish. They're very, very tight through the thigh area here. They only come out just a little bit here at the bottom. Definitely a slim straight. In comparison to the skinnies we just saw, there's a little more give down here in the bottom, but they do feel very skinny throughout most of it. I'd say the booty looks pretty good. Pocket placement is good. Good size on the pockets. And this wash is really nice, medium. You could see there's a little bit of feathering through here as well, but it's rather insignificant, I think. It's probably because the lights are shining onto it and you can see it a little more noticeably. These aren't half bad if you want something that resembles a little more of a skinny jean. I do like to have a little more room here in the thigh area, a little more of a relaxed fit, but these aren't bad at all. This next pair is Banana Republic. These are the Vintage Stretch Slim, and they are a mid-rise. My belly button is right here, so these are the lowest of all the rises that I've shown so far. For the fit, they are definitely a roomy fit because I have plenty of room here in the waist, and I'm having that sensation of wanting to hike them up because they keep pulling down, so they're a little too big for me. Although I do like how the legs fit because they are a little roomy there as well, and I don't like them skin tight. As far as the length, they are hitting me at my ankle bone. Because they are loose, I don't think they are doing much for the tush area. The wash is a nice, deep, rich, dark blue, and they look beautifully done. Nice and solid color. These also feel rather thin, not substantial like a jean should, so they feel a little more like a jegging as well. Looking pretty decent with the boots on, however, these are probably my least favorite of the ones I've tried so far. most likely because the rise is too low for me. It's a little too roomy here in the waist, and it does nothing for the booty. And I should say, because they are so low in the rise and they are roomy here, when I sat down, this immediately started to come down, and it gave me those old feelings of my underwear showing through the top of my pants. So not a vibe. Here we have the vintage slim high rise from Gap. Now these are especially high rise. I think these are the highest that I've tried on so far, hitting me at my natural waist, and they feel really good. They only have 1% elastane, but they feel really, really stretchy. I think it's because they also have 6% polyester on top of the cotton. And I think the polyester is also adding to the stretch of these jeans. So they're feeling more like a skinny than they are a slim. And you can see the opening at the bottom, it's not super narrow, and they are ending at my ankle. I am loving this wash. It is a nice deep dark blue wash. I'm not crazy how it fits on the booty. I think it's just giving a little too much, and it's not sucking me in, and it's not accentuating the booty like some of the other pairs that I've tried on, but they're super comfortable thanks to that polyester and elastane. And they kind of feel a little more like a skinny jean, but in a more forgiving way. Looking good with the boots. If you're looking for a pair of skinny vintage slims with a lot of comfort value in them, I think these might be a good fit. These are also from Gap, and these are the 90s straight. I saw that they were slim through the thigh, so I thought maybe I should give them a try. These are high rise as well, but they're not as high as the vintage slim that I just showed you. They are hitting me at my belly button as opposed to my natural waist, so just a little lower. But the fit is really good through the top here at the waist, and I'd say it fits really good through the leg as well. Booty, I think it's actually a little more flattering than the previous ones, and you can tell that it's more of a straight leg down here. It's definitely not a slim. The wash is gorgeous, just like the previous one was. And this has 1% elastane, but it actually has 11% polyester. So again, it's giving that stretchy feel to them that would be more so than just a 1% elastane with cotton. Now it's hitting me at the top of my foot, so I wouldn't wear this with heels, but let's see if I could fit this larger leg opening here into a boot. Here they are with boots. Yes, I'm definitely liking how these fit because they're not, I mean, they do look tight, but they're not skin tight here in the thigh area. And I always like to have a little give. I'd say these are probably better than the other Gap if I had to compare the two. Even though I do prefer the rise on the other one, these are high enough, and I think I like the fit a lot better. We are finally up to the last jean of this slim straight try-on haul. Thank you for being with me this far. If you made it this far, make sure you're giving it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet already, and stay all the way to the end to make sure you see what my top 3 favorites are. All right, I saved these jeans for the last ones because I had the highest hopes for these. These are the Girlfriend high-rise slim straight jean. Now, I tried a pair of Girlfriend jeans back in April of last year, I think it was, with my wide leg jean video. And that video is continuing to do very well. So if you haven't seen it, I'll link it below, but I think probably by now, perhaps a lot of you have already seen it. And since I loved those Girlfriend jeans so much in that video, I had high hopes for this, so I saved them for the end. However, well, let's just get into it. So these are a high rise. They are pretty high. They are coming up just above, well, just covering my belly button. And these are actually 100% cotton, which is unusual because we have not seen any fully rigid jeans at all in this video. Everything has had elastane in it. And as you can see by this silhouette, it is also quite different from the slim straights that we have been seeing. These are resembling a little more of a straight jean, but perhaps just ever so slightly a little on the slimmer side, but you could see by this leg opening, like this feels like a true straight jean to me. As far as the fit is concerned, I'd say they are true to size, but I think they are perhaps fitting just a little too tightly on me. I feel like they are squishing in the booty and flattening me out. If you can't notice, but that is exactly what I'm feeling in the booty area. So not very flattering on me per se, but I do love how they're fitting through the thighs, and I'm not quite sure if these are going to fit into a boot, but we'll give it a try. These are not the silhouette of jean that I was looking for in this video, so I almost feel like I need to disqualify these. I'm also not crazy about the wash because it's a little too light for my taste. I do prefer a medium to a dark. This is just, it's just giving a little too light and a little too casual for me. I think pretty much the only thing going for these jeans, in my opinion, is the fact that they're 100% cotton and that they are a higher waist. But aside from that, really not crazy about them. All right, I did manage to fit them into my wide shaft boots, and I would say from the knee up in this direction, this is exactly how I would love my slim straights to fit with boots. Has a little give, it's a little slouchy, but still has a good silhouette to it, but I'm just not liking how the booty's looking, and I don't like how big the leg opening is either, and the wash has to go. All right, I have my notes here. Here are the top 3 favorite slim straight jeans that I tried on in this video. Of course, everything is linked below. If you see something you like, just check the description box below and you'll find it there. All right, drum roll please. In number 1 is the Everlane Way High Slim Straight Jean. I loved how this looked. It was a nice, pleasant surprise for me. I love how high they are. I love the almost a little bit of looseness through the thigh. Just a great fit for me. In number 2, this is a surprise for me. It's the Express 90s Slim High Rise. Despite the material content, it's a cotton polyester rayon blend and 1% spandex. I really loved how these fit overall, and that's why I put them in second place. In third place has to go to the first pair of jeans that I tried on in this video, and that was the Madewell Vintage Perfect Jean. And I love that one for the dark wash, the overall fit, and they looked great with boots. I mean, pretty much they all looked great with boots, but that was a really nice, impressive one as well. Before you go, I have to give an honorable mention to the H&M Slim Straight jeans. I loved those so much, and I probably would have put them higher in my list if they came in a better wash. I just really wasn't crazy about that heavy feathering through the crotch area. And for that reason, I had to put them into my honorable mention category. But I'm gonna run to my computer, check if there's other washes, and I'll make sure to link those below if they are available. Now, if you wanna see my t-shirt try-on video, you can click on this video right over here, or you can click on this video if you haven't seen it yet. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you very soon. Remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for being here. Bye.